everyone, how are you doing today? Today we have an interesting topic to discuss. In this video, we're talking about common USA visa interview questions and how to respond to them. So if you're planning to travel to the USA anytime soon, stay tuned because this video is particularly made for you. Now before I go on, if you're yet to join my Visa to Anywhere Masterclass, it's a free masterclass where I teach you using my screen how to apply for yourself to visa to any country. So if you're tired of using travel agents to apply for your own visas, or if you want to be a travel agent or a travel consultant and apply for visas for your clients, then this masterclass is for you, okay? So if you're interested in joining the masterclass, just comment masterclass in the comment section. Just write masterclass in the comment section and I will personally send you the link for the masterclass, okay? Now let's move on. Many of you know that when you're going for an interview, most of the time you don't know what to expect. So it's only right that you check online, of course, to know the kind of questions that you'll be asked. Now, I created a video talking about what the visa officer really wants from you. I'm going to link it in the description below. So you can go through that to know what exactly the visa officer wants from you. And it will help you understand why some of these questions are going to be asked, the questions that we're going to discuss today. All right, so let's move on. Now, the very first question I wrote down here is, what is the purpose of your trip to the USA? Now, it depends on why you're going to the US, okay? And before I even start with the questions, I need you to understand that whatever it is that you tell the visa officer, you have to have proof of it, okay? So as much as you can, everything has to have proof. So you have to have your documents all filled correctly and in an organized fashion also. So if the visa officer is asking you, what is the purpose of your trip to the USA, and you have it already on your documents, you don't say something different from what you have on your documents, okay? What is the purpose of your trip to the USA? If you're going for a conference, you can let him know that you're going for a conference. If you're going to maybe study, you can let him know or her know that you're going for study, okay? So let them know what exactly you're going for. Give some details, but try as much as possible to be precise. All right, now that's the first question. The second question is, what do you do for a living? Now your response should be where you currently work, okay? You can say, I currently work at so and so as a nurse, and then you briefly describe your responsibilities in that workplace, okay? You can also give them the address of your workplace and let them know that you have taken a letter of leave from your employer. And don't just say it. Ensure that you have it in your documents, okay? In your folder where you keep your documents, ensure that you have that folder to actually show him proof or show her proof that you have applied for a leave from your employer and that you have been given that leave from your employer to be in the US for so period of time. Now the third question is, have you traveled to any other countries before? Now, this is where having a rich travel history gives you an edge. If you've not watched my video about the importance of travel history and how to grow your travel history in 2024, please go and watch it because it shows you how to grow your travel history in 2024 as well as the advantages and importance of having a travel history, especially when it comes to traveling to other countries like the US and so on and so forth, okay? So if the visa officer asks you this question, if you've traveled to any other countries before and you have a good travel history, this is where you have an edge, especially if you have never flouted any of the immigration rules in your trips, okay? So you would outline the countries that you have been to before and let him know or let her know that you have never overstayed in any of these countries. In other words, you have always gone back to your country before the expiration of your permit in that country that you traveled to. And they might ask for proof. Definitely have your documents, okay? Have it in your documents. Have your travel history in your documents. Print out of the visas you've gotten and the countries that you have been to, okay? The stamps of the countries and all that. Have it in your documents. Of course, it will be in your passport, but also have it in your documents just in case the visa officer needs to take a look at it. And if you don't have a travel history, well, it is not too late to start building your travel history. Go watch that video and I'm sure that you will find a way to start building your travel history as quickly as possible and as smoothly as possible. Okay, so let's go on. Don't forget to mention the countries that you have been to before when he asks you if you have traveled to any other country. Now, the fourth question I wrote here is, how long do you plan to stay in the US? you should have the number of days or weeks that you plan to stay in the US. And this is why having your return flight ticket is very important, because that ticket also shows how long you plan to stay in the US. Now, depending on your circumstances, you might have either a hotel accommodation booking or you have a host that's expecting you in the US. Whichever one, you need to have proof of that you have a place to stay in the US when you go, all right? And also, you have to make them understand that you have everything, you have your arrangements made, and you have your flight itinerary, and that you have sufficient funds to cover your stay. And in order to back that up, you need to have the documents also, your proof of funds. Now, if you don't know how to show your proof of funds, some people think it's just bank statements. There is more to proof of funds than just bank statements. So if you know that you are yet to discover how to grow your proof of funds and how to show your proof of funds, I have a video that talks about proof of funds as well, okay? I will link it in the description below, so please check it out, okay? You need to know how to grow your proof of funds, and you need to know how to show your proof of funds. So it's extremely important. Another video that is very important when you're traveling is how to show your proof of ties to your country, okay? I know a lot of travel agents don't really specifically talk about proof of ties, but I feel like it is something that you should watch so that you will know how to show proof of ties in a foreign country. So please go check it out. I would also link it in the description below. Now, number 5 is, do you have family or friends living in the USA? Now, this is a tricky question because sometimes they would want to know, okay, the visa officer might be asking to know if you plan to stay back with your family or friends in the USA or you want to leave. Secondly, the visa officer might be wondering, okay, how do you plan to take care of yourself in the US? What I would advise you to do is let them know. If you have family and friends in the USA, tell them, yes, I have a brother, I have a sister in the US, I have family in the US, or I have friends in the US. But then I would advise that you let them know that your primary reason for traveling to the US is so and so. Remember the first question they asked you, why are you traveling to the US? So you let them know, I have family and friends in the US, or I have a brother in the US, I have a friend in the US. However, my primary purpose of traveling to the US is so and so, maybe a conference or a study or something, and I do not plan to stay back in the USA illegally or work without authorization. That way you clear the visa officer's mind, okay, because he or she might be thinking, maybe this person wants to stay back and start working illegally in the USA or something. So even if you have family and friends in the US, admit to the fact that you have family and friends in the US and let them know, however, I do not plan to stay beyond my permit, okay? I do not plan to stay back illegally or work without authorization. Now, I'm going to say it again, that as much as you can, all these things that you're saying or claiming to the visa officer, you need to have proof of them. For example, when you tell the visa officer that you have traveled to some countries, you need to have proof of those countries that you have been to through your travel history. And also, when you claim that you have enough money to take care of yourself in the US, you need to have documents showing enough money, either your proof of funds or the proof of funds of your host or the person that's hosting you, okay, or the person that's sponsoring you. So you need to have those proofs to back that up. All right. Now, I have also decided to link reasons why people get denied visas. Okay, if you have done everything you can, you believe that you've done everything you can, but you still get denied a visa, there are some reasons, some hidden reasons that you might not have taken into consideration. I would also link them down in the description below. Okay, so that's all for the common visa interview questions for the USA. I am specially wishing you good luck at your interview. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, all right? Because once you do, YouTube shows me to more people who are interested in travel and immigration. See you in another video.